Arsenal 3, Friends of Aaron 1. Not the greatest performance today. Kenny, you're at the ground. Make sure you follow Kenny Ken's Insta, Kenny Ken 1972. The first half was absolute shambles. The starting 11 was a shambles. Second half, we go 1-0 down, shambles. Then all of a sudden, this club go, oh, we'll start playing now. Yeah, we won't take 1 minute, 5 seconds to take a corner. We'll do it in 40. We were timing the corners today. We were timing the throw-ins today. Yeah, all of a sudden, they want to start playing. Yeah, guess what? Yeah, 29. As soon as he's up front, Kenny, like we say every time, he scores. Nice finish. Yeah. But let's not pretend that performance was good today. That was a fucking joke. Yeah. And people are going to be sitting there, gassing this up. It's nice that you've seen a win. I know you take time out of your day to go and watch this club. Yeah. Out the ground. Yeah. It cost you time and money and effort. Yeah. But for me, Kenny, that was an absolute shit show today, mate. And we got the result. But at the same time, just before we killed that game off with a third, what was our keeper doing?
Hello,
they could have scored.
Oh, they could have scored. It's a temporary collection loss, but you can hear me now. Right,
yeah, I can hear you, mate. I can still hear you.
That's what I say. I'm at the media entrance at the Arsenal Football Club. So, like I said, they're very kind not to throw me out. Well, you can try throw. I don't know anyone can throw out a 6'4" muscle man like me. But anyway, let's get back to football. Fact is that you mentioned like the changes. And obviously, I was very surprised when I saw the changes. James was starting up top, Sterling on the left-hand side, and Jorginho on the side. And I suppose that made a bit of a difference. But one thing I think you've learned is that every club that is in the top 6, especially clubs that are competing in the Europa League and the Champions League, we're in a situation where the Europa League and the Champions League are genuine leagues. They're not groups. They're actually genuine leagues. And I think with the amount of matches now we have in Europe, and you've got to factor in as well the international break is that when players go off for their countries, some of them are playing World Cup qualifiers, which Brazil were doing. Some are playing World Cup qualifiers, which the African countries are doing. And we've got a League of Nations now where people are trying to win groups so they can get into playoffs. So these games are really important and they've got something on them. Hence the fact that a manager like Mikel, who doesn't like to rotate, is rotating today. In terms of the match itself, I always said in a podcast, that teams tend to play us better when they come to the Emirates. The reason why is that the onus is on us to attack, and we can get complacent with the teams that we're playing. Hence the fact that teams always have a 15 or 20 minute spell where they're on top, and Southampton with no difference winning that football match. Obviously, we've got our act together, but it's a scrappy win. You say a lot of it's to do with the team selection. I just say it's to do with genuine sloppiness. Jorginho, did he do all right? He weren't too bad. Sterling, fair. Could done a bit more. Jesus, I'm afraid, it's sad to watch. From a human being sort of level, because you watch a player that is working his nuts off, he's trying, but he's trying things at the wrong time. He's losing possession. Teams are springing attacks from the fact he's losing possession. And, you could say that Southampton scored their goal because Sterling should have, we put our hands up for a free kick on Sterling. The referee said play on. And for when the referee said play on, Southampton were able to get that attack, get Archer down the channels. Archer's cutting in, and I'm screaming from my seat. He said, "Don't let him shoot! Don't let him shoot! Don't let him shoot! At least if he comes in and cuts in and comes from that channel, you can't let the shot come in." What do? We let the shot go in. It's 1-0, and then all of a sudden we wake up, and then we make kind of some of the changes, and then that's when within 5 minutes, Havertz gets his goal. Very good goal, as he said. Who knew that if you play Havertz up top, he was going to score? Who knew, eh? And you're 100% right. Havertz is every home game. Havertz has turned up for us because he's playing the position he likes. I thought in the second half, you asked me who played well in the second half. Sacka as well played well. He's involved in all 3 goals. He got his goal. And Havertz did really well from us, and that's when we got control of the game. But the other worrying thing is, and you've got to be honest, because you've got to appraise the football match, because you give me 12 minutes, and I'm going to use my 12 minutes, to the best of my ability to talk about the actual match and things I noticed in the match. One thing I noticed today, Martinelli scored. Well done, lad. But there was an instance when Raya got the ball, kicked it down. How you doing, mate? You all right, mate?
You're right, yeah?
Yeah, good to see you. Yeah. So Martinelli, Raya sprung on Martinelli. Martinelli was in with Dibbling, but he couldn't get away from Dibbling. So as Martinelli lost his pace, because the Martinelli of the season before gets away from Dibbling and gets a shot on goal. But today, when he had a yard on Dibbling, Dibbling caught up with him. So that's another worrying aspect. Also, I talked about Jesus. Another aspect as well is that, as well as Gabriel Magalhaes is good in midfield, he's still pouring the ball. And I think our viewers who are going to be watching this podcast, this fan cam, anyone who watches the podcast or podcast and will watch it on, keep an eye on that, because with Calafiori trying to be begging into the side, you know what this manager's like. If he finds a little chink in your armour, a little, like I said, a flaw in your game, he'll at you. So he needs to keep his eye on that and be better on the ball, because with Calafiori coming, you're going to say, well, Calafiori wasn't that great. He got sprung in a second half by Dibbling, got done for pace and they created a chance. Yes, you're right, but he's not a left back. So those are sort of like the things that we have to look into, is the fact that, one, certain players not good on the ball. The fact that Martinelli can't beat his marker, even though that's a worrying situation. Jesus working his nuts off, but basically I think that the world's dry when it comes to him. And Sterling's got to take his chance. But at the end of the day, one of the things a big club at Arsenal, and we are a big club now in footballing terms, is finding a way to win when you're a bit, how do I say it, slovenly in the way you play, careless in the way you let the opposition have a 15 or 20 minute spell. That's what you need to do, and that's what we do really well, is that we do have the personnel to get us in that position. However, one thing I will say, one of these days, it won't be Liverpool who's going to catch us cold. It won't be Man City who'll catch us cold. It won't be Tottenham who'll catch us cold. It certainly wouldn't be like Newcastle. It'd be one of these teams that we underestimate, who are going to catch us cold, where on their day, they're only going to have a 15-minute spell of domination, but they're also going to be able to get their act together in midfield and defensively. And we can't always go that well and assume that our quality of better quality of player in every position is going to get us out of that hole, because we are in a bit of a hole today, but because it's Southampton, we got out of jail. It's the same with Leicester last week. Because it's Leicester, we were able to turn that draw into a defeat. And the 4-2 win last week flattered us. This week, the 3-1 result was pretty fair. I said 5-0 and 3-1. The reason why I went 3-1 was because of the fact that, we let teams back into games.
Mate, do you know what, yeah? Kenny, we're winging it. Yeah, and I've been saying this for a long time. We're winging it, mate, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? And when we see this fixtures list, we see the Champions League fixtures, we see the run of games. Fair play to him, because we're unbeaten. Yeah, fair play to 29. He's scoring goals. He's bailing us out. Let's be real with it. He's bailing us out.
Let's just got to remember, some players are 29 this season. Odegaard as well, and we could put Mesut Ozil in that category. What I call at the moment, they're fantastic at home, and they're brilliant when it's like me and you having a scrap at separate times, and when it's 1-on-1, where our mates ain't there to back us up, we're not sure of ourselves. But when we have our mates to back us up, we're all guns blazing. We're very confident. We think we can win the fight, and I think that's what it's like with certain players. We have at the Emirates, they're fantastic. Havertz is fantastic, and the same you could say for Martin Odegaard. Away from home, you're probably going to need a bit more, but right now, Havertz today played really well, and it wasn't just goal. The fact that he's playing with a lot more confidence at home, and he's. But I always say, if you're a good player potentially, and you're playing with better players, you look $1 million. And the fact is, he's a good player. He's playing with better players, and playing in a better team. Hence the fact that there is a platform for him to display what he's doing, and long may it continue. But I still say at Havertz, I want 20 goals. and I want 10 assists, but really I only want 25 goals because you can stick your assists in the River Thames for all I care. It's goals that means more. It's true. It's true.
No, so to be fair, I'm with you, Kenny. I just said it on my fan cam there. Sacka got 2 assists today. That first one for 29's goal, I ain't calling that an assist, yeah? That was just a great goal, yeah? But the one that he put on a plate for Martinelli, that's an assist. You can't miss that, bro. That's 1 yard out. That's Kevin De Bruyne, to Raheem Sterling, back-stick tapping. You can't miss. That's an assist.
Mesut Ozil should do it as well. But, like, the debate is raging. I've someone alerted me to the fact that Jamie O'Hara is saying is Sacka world class, and I have to say no, because what I want from Sacka, I'm not asking too much, but if you for him to be called world class, you have to go on a scoring spree where you can't go 10 games without scoring on a consecutive basis. You have to be in a situation where, like Bale in his final season at Tottenham, he couldn't stop scoring, and then he took that scoring form when he played Real Madrid. When he went to Real Madrid, he took that with him to Madrid, and that's what Saka's got to do. If you want to be world class, I need to see that net bulge from you every game in every week, because that's what world class players do.
Yeah, he actually said, and we'll wrap this up on this. He said, I've got the quote here. Jamie O'Hara claims that Bukayo Saka isn't on the same world-class level as Lamine Yamal and Cole Palmer. He said he isn't world-class. He's a great player in a very good team, but I look at guys like Cole Palmer and Lamine Yamal, who, in my opinion, are world-class players. They're a level above Saka. It's as simple as that. I quoted that yesterday, and I said that's the first decent take Jamie O'Hara's ever had.
Well,
that's not to diss Saka. Right. Saka's a good player, but he's not that level. Well, and that's not his fault.
I've got a quote with Gal, because Gal was on his Twitter. Gal, I know you watch my stuff, so you've got a bit of a mention. And the Gal was saying, "Oh, Joe," and I sent a private message to a Gal saying, Saka is not world class, and you know it. And I set the criteria what Saka needs to do. He has to be scoring on a regular basis for it to be called world class. Just like I want 25 goals from, Kai Havertz. That's the perimeters, because that's what world-class players do. Messi was doing it, Ronaldo was doing it, and Gareth Bale was doing it. And that's it. I'm not asking for too much. Salah does it on a regular basis. Look at Mane when he was at Liverpool. He was scoring on a regular basis. That is world-class. You know what I mean? And De Bruyne, when he was going through his thing, he was doing it. You want to be world-class? Score on a regular basis and make difference. Assists, don't cut it for me. It's assist is basically like salad. It's basically putting salad cream in your salads, or tomato ketchup in your steak and chips. Your steak and chips for me is the goals.
Facts. Make sure you follow Kenny Ken on Insta. Kenny Ken 1972. Get him safely, mate. And another win. Mind you, don't get knocked over by that car, mate. And we're out of here. Latest.
No, I'll speak to you soon.
Cronky out.